Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Thebes. Thebes is a game designed by Peter Prinz, published by Queen Games, plays 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes, probably true, ages 8 plus, age depends, all that thing. And this is a game where, let's see if there's theme in this book. There is no theme in the, oh yeah. Players travel as archaeologists around Europe in order to acquire the necessary knowledge for their excavation. With the aid of assistants, players get needed equipment and services for their expeditions. Once properly equipped, the players head off to Egypt, Crete, or Mesopotamia to dig at the sites there for valuable artifacts. There's actually 2 other places you can dig, but that's interesting. So yeah, there's some theme. You're archaeologists, like I'll say in the playthrough if you check that out later. And you're just trying to collect artifacts to score a pile of points. You're going to do that by managing your time. It has like a time track around the outside of the board. Every action is going to take some time. Whoever spent the least amount of time gets to take the next turn. So if you take a big time turn, you're going to be waiting a minute, but you're going to have probably a more lucrative turn. So that's the gist of what this game is. If you want to check out how the gameplay works, click the link in the video description and you can see us play, well, see me play a few rounds of this game, talk to you about setup and scoring and all that stuff. So if you dig that, have at it. Otherwise, we're going to talk about components. All right, so this is a Queen game. So the components are Queen game components, but effectively it's cards, cool little meeples, little explorer meeples, which look similar to the ones in like Lost Ruins of Arnak. Discs, I like discs, and cards. The cards are, pretty generic back. Really simple iconography. Blue book, 1 blue book, 2 blue books, or if it's not specific, open book, hence no color. The exhibits are really easy to understand. Time, or points, time, items that you need to have in front of you, where you need to be. There's also some cards that I didn't show in the playthrough. There's like a car that you can discard to make moving 1 less. There's some assistants that give you knowledge for everywhere. They work kind of like the shovel that you saw in the playthrough if you watched that, but otherwise these are they just give you a boost. If you have 1, you have to discard it, but if you have 2 or 3, they stay out in front of you and you get those permanently. And then there is some Leaders of the Free World or something, I forget what they're called, but they're effectively 2 books of that color, but they get discarded when they're done. So they're a one-time use, but they're helpful. But this one, the Zeppelin, moves you as far as you want without any time, which is sweet, but you have to take time to get the card, so there is that. So the cards are, they're nice quality. They're not limited finish or anything, but they're nice. The bags are super fun to pull out of. They have the location of where they are and the color. So this is Palestine. Tons of tokens in here. Everything's double-sided, so even if it has a treasure on it, the treasures are 2-sided. If it's dirt on both sides, which is nice. Treasures come out, dirt stays in. 5 bags. The bags are pretty nice. But this thing is really cool. This is what is this thing called? Let's see. Time wheel. How about that? But yeah, this thing's really cool. Tells you how much knowledge you have, how much time you're going to spend, and how many items you get to dig. Super cool. You could probably do it without this wheel, but it makes life a little bit easier. Just turn it, see what happens. All the players get one of those. That is cool. I have no complaints with the components. The board is beige. I love beige. I think it looks cool. It looks good for what it is, where you're playing, where it takes place. I think all that works, and I dig it. So components to me are fine. I know some other people have some issues, but I think they're fine. That's where I'm going to leave it. So now let's just talk about what we think about the game. It's a really simple game to play, and if you watch the gameplay overview, you can see that. Effectively, you are taking 1 of 4 actions. There's move to a location. There's buy cards. There is sweep, or there is dig. That's it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You can only sweep in Warsaw. You can only dig in the 5 locations that you can dig, and you can get cards in basically every location that's not a digging location. And then you're just trying to get enough knowledge, assistance, leaders of the free world, or whatever those cards are called, shovels, books, to make your digging lucrative, because you can only go there once each year with a few exceptions. Well, oh, speaking of that, there's one more card. This will let you dig in a place you've dug in the year again, so it's like a free digging license, but normally you can dig once per year. So you're trying to make the most out of it, get as many tokens as you can out of it, because the more tokens you're pulling, in theory, the better you're going to do. Now, that's not always the case. It is a push your luck element there, so you could pull out 12 things or 10 things. I don't know what the maximum is, but 10 or 12 things, and you may get one artifact and a bunch of dirt. It's possible, but I'm sure when people are going out digging for artifacts, they get dirt more times than not. So it feels thematic. Yes, it can be painful. Yes, it may not be fun for some people, but I love it. I'm going to Mesopotamia. I have 4 knowledge, and I'm thinking, man, I'm going to spend a lot of weeks here. So I have 4 knowledge. I'm going to spend 8 weeks. I want to pull 4 tokens. I have 2 shovels, so I'll get to pull 5 tokens. I've been here 8 weeks, 2 months. Surely I can find something. 4 dirt, 1 thing. But someone else could go there, spend 2 knowledge, pull out 2 items, get 2 artifacts. So you gotta be able to roll with that, and you can't let that kind of thing bother you. If that's the case, then this game's probably not a game for you. But I love it. It's push your luck. It's fun. It's collecting cards, collecting sets of stuff, and just moving around, managing your time, and just trying to get more points than everybody else. And I think that's awesome. So this is a great game. I don't know how available it is, but if it looks fun to you, if it sounds fun to you, if it sounds like something you would be interested in, I highly recommend picking this up, because it's fantastic. This has been in our collection forever. It will stay in our collection forever because it's just that good. I'm going to give this a BGM Accept the Seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches. On our arbitrary wrench scale, it means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Thebes from Queen Games. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.